now. Take a step outside and seize the day now.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be doing a structured video. So this is one of my first structured videos, so I actually prepared this beforehand. None of my other videos were structured, I don't think. So yeah, so I'm kind of excited about this. So today's video is going to be what to expect while working at a fast food franchise. So there's going to be two things I will be discussing in this video. First thing is going to be pros and cons working at a fast food place, and then there's also going to be the tips and tricks and advice that I have while if you want to work there. So your tips and tricks when getting into working at a fast food franchise. I have experience. I'm an ex-employee for Macca's. Just a quick insight before we get into the video. I want to say that this video is going to provide lots of information regarding what to expect while working at a fast food franchise. I actually personally wish I had a video like this before I went and applied for a job at Macca's. Not that it would have changed my decision, but like when I actually went in, I knew what to expect. I like to be prepared, so I wish I had some insight before I went into working there. The most common idea surrounding teens and just people of all ages, the common stigma and idea is that working a fast food franchise is bad, and like, oh, you work at fast food, like, ew, like that's bad, and you know, there's this common stigma that working fast food is bad. But I'm making this video to clarify that from an ex-worker, I have experience. So from an ex-worker from a fast food franchise, I'm just going to put my opinion here, and I'm going to say it's not that bad. It actually is not that bad. There is so much good parts to it as well as negatives, as everything does. Everything has negatives and positives, and I wanted to clarify that before I got started, that there is, and that's what I will be discussing today. But I hope this video will let you make your own decision. So yeah, so I'm going to be sitting this way so that I can put down my list here. So I'm going to start off with the cons. In the cons list, so the first thing that is going to be there is this is going to be kind of funny, but doing the same routine over and over again can be very annoying. So when working at a fast food franchise, you have different stations, and during the stations you have to do your thing. So for example, I'm going to be talking mainly on fries, because I have some friends out there who whenever they get assigned shifts, they always get assigned on fries, and they hate it. They personally hate working on fries. Shout out to you, Lydia. You're the main one who's in my mind right now. But there's a lot of people who hate working on fries, because every single shift they get is about fries. And it can be very annoying. So that's why it's one of the cons. Just basically you're doing the same thing over and over and over and over, and it becomes boring routine. It just becomes like annoying, because like it's just over and over again. So that's one of the cons of it. But if you have a good manager, then they'll shift you around, so you're not working on fries for 8 hours. But yeah, when I was working there, most of the time they'll assign one person for the whole shift on fries, and some people didn't like that. So next con is you would probably get sick of the food. Because if you're working there consistently in a fast food franchise, you're most likely going to be eating there as well, because like at first you're like, oh my god, working in fast food, yay, like I'm working in heaven, I'm surrounded by food. But then in reality hits in, and if you're working there for a long time and then you eat there every single time or every bit, you're still going to get like sick. And then you're making the food and you're just seeing it there all the time, the smell like comes to you, and by the end of it, I'm pretty sure you're gonna be sick of it. Now, here is the biggest point of all. Dealing with rude customers. You most likely will deal with rude customers. It just comes. I don't know what it is about the fast food industry in particular, but when customers come into fast food, they just love to be rude, especially to people who are working on till. Till is when you're like in the front. I call it cashier, but when you're in the front and you're dealing with the money and like, you know, you're taking orders. So especially when you're on till, customers love to be rude. It's just how it is. I wouldn't know why exactly, but they are. So one of the best things I would say dealing with that, with the rudeness, don't engage. One of my main rules is don't engage and just smile. Just smile and deal with it professionally. I'm telling you, you will not get anywhere dealing with rude customers the way they dealt with you. If you like mirror what they're doing, their actions, it's going to look so badly on you and you're not going to get anywhere with the managers. They're not at all. To be honest, the managers care about the image. So really, they don't really care that you engage back and rude customers. They just care that you keep the image and act professionally. And that's probably going to be one of the main things that's going to come up on an interview as well. So another con would be you're working on your feet all day. So every single shift you're going to be on your feet. You're going to be moving back and forth and doing this and that and that and that. They don't give you a second to breathe, to be honest, unless you go into the back and stand there for 3 seconds if you need to. But you're always on your feet. So you're either in the kitchen cooking, or you're in the front doing drinks and desserts, or on the headphones, or cashiering, or on the till, or restocking. So there's always something to do. The managers will always give you something to do. And even if, for example, let's say it's not busy and you're on fries, but you don't need to make any more fries, then they're going to tell you, go to the back and get some more supplies. So you're always on your feet. Then I don't recommend working at a fast food or applying, because it has a lot to do with manual labor. There you go. Another con, which I think is one of the biggest cons, because it depends on how you deal with it. So another con is that this job has a lot of stress. It's a stress-induced work. So there's going to be a lot of times where there's going to be so much pressure. When it's busy, there's going to be a lot of pressure on you. That's one of the main situations where there's going to be so much pressure on you, because when it's busy, you're going to have the managers on your head making sure that you get things complete very fast, because it's fast food, so you have to get things really done very fast. And then you're going to have the customers screaming at you and telling you, where's my order? Blah, 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 blah. And then, so when you're under pressure, sometimes you have to deal with it with some way. Some people would lash out back at the customers or the managers. Some people will run to the back and take a deep breath, which I recommend to do. If everything is overwhelming, if things are going overwhelmingly, like if there's so much pressure on you, tell the the managers, tell them you need like 1 minute or so just to go back and just take a deep breath, because it can be overwhelming and you do not want to burn yourself out by going on and on and on and on and on, and then maybe fainting or something bad can happen. So yeah, that was the cons list. Now I'm going to go onto the pro list. And I'm going to mix the pros with the cons, so you're going to see exactly what it seems like. So yes, people say that, oh, working at Macca's is bad, and and that stigma around it. But reality, it's one of the best work experiences you can have, because you're dealing with customer service. So they require you to deal with customer service. It's hands-on experience. And you have to be face-to-face with customers. So you have to professionally deal with customers in a professional manner. You're also a part of a team. And that's one of the biggest things that when it comes to finding other jobs in the future, if you have experience being part of the team, you're more reliable to get a good job, because most jobs require you being in a team. If not all, like most jobs requires teamwork and team communication skills, and working at Macca's provides that. It does push your resume forward if you want to add that to your resume. Add working at Macca's into your resume. It will boost your chances of getting the job that you want, that you applied for. There you go, after your Macca's job, of course. Okay, so another pros would be that shifts are flexible. Availability is flexible, so that's another pros here as well. Oh, and part of the shifts and flexibility, it's also a good like side job or temporary job for just like getting money so that you can add up for something in the future, or just for now until you find something better or move on, because it's really flexible for what suits you best. So when you put your availability, make sure you put what you can do, and yeah, I'll touch on that later as well. So to touch on what I said also with the cons list, I said about rude customers. So another pro is that dealing with rude customers does make you stronger. Dealing with rude customers also teaches you how to deal with situations professionally, so that when issues do arise in the future, in your future jobs, in your future career, you're able to deal with it because you have dealt with something similar in the past. So another pro is dealing with these sort of customers does make you stronger and benefits you actually in the long run. There you go. So one of the best things about working there as well is you can meet amazing people. So when I worked there, I met so many amazing people. When I first came in there, that first day, I loved it because like everyone was so nice and welcoming, and I became friends with them really, really fast. Open yourself up because they're really nice people. Most of the time, most likely, they're nice people, and you guys can become very good friends. But yeah, it's really, really nice. You meet really good friends. So friends that could last a long time, that's for sure. Oh, also want to mention, I have another video that I created for Macca's when I worked at Macca's. So my experience at Macca's, but it's also my crazy customer experience working at Macca's. So while I was talking about rude customers, I have some stories on that in my crazy customer experience video. So I'll link that, the first link down below. Check that out after you watch this video. Check that out. Make sure you check that out after this. Where I worked out, there was rewards for me when I was working at Macca's. The rewards that I got was that I got half price on my order, on my meal. So the meal that was under $20, half price. And before my shift, in middle of my shift, and after my shift. So it's not free food. Not free food if people were like going around being like, oh my god, you get free food while you work at Macca's. No, you don't get free food. You just get half price on your meal. I mean, that's better than nothing, but yeah. So that's why I wanted to add that in. So you do get rewards for working there. Yeah, that's my pro list. I probably will add to these as I go on, but for now, that is the pros. So you see, it isn't all that bad. Not all that bad. Okay, so I'm going to start from the beginning, and then I'm going to move forward into the job. So the very beginning is applying for the Macca's for the job. So applications, I recommend tips and trick. Tip and trick number 1. I'm going to put it here on the screen. So tips and trick number 1, apply for the franchises that are near you. So from here, from my house to get to my job, it's over an hour through transportation, and I don't get driven, so I have to go by transportation. Over an hour. So I missed so much time that I could have spent studying or doing other stuff by instead going through transportation. But I would recommend starting at the places that are near you and then branching out to other places if they don't accept you here. Emphasize on your customer skills, and not just customer, just people communication skills. That's the key thing that will help you get the job, because they want to see people who can positively and professionally work with other people and to bring their name up, bring their name as a franchise up. And they want to do that by with people who know how to communicate properly and professionally. So emphasize on your key customer service skills, because that will get you very, very far. Another tips and tricks is to keep your availabilities wide open. Keep your availabilities as best as you could. That shows commitment, that shows loyalty, that shows that you would be willing to spend a lot of time working there, and they really appreciate that. So they're only most likely going to hire people who have big open availability time spaces. Another one also is avoid applying for fast food places that you like to eat at or your family likes to eat at, because trust me, you will get sick of the food. As I mentioned from the cons, you will get sick of it, and it just happens. You're like, oh, it won't happen to me, but it really will happen. So yeah, my advice is try to find the positive aspects of going to work instead of thinking of the negativity, or just thinking, oh, I have work. Instead think, oh my god, I'm going to see my friends, or oh my god, I'm going to see more rude customers that I'm going to do another video for, or something like that. That's totally not relatable, but or just think of something positive. Oh, my favorite manager's working there, or maybe I'll buy this food after, like I haven't had that for a while. Try and think of something positive to keep your mind from going to that negative space of, oh my god, I have work. You know, it's hard, it happens, but yeah, try to keep that positivity as much as possible. Yeah, think of positive things, not negative. There you go. Speaking of customers, another tips and advice is do not, as I said before on the cons list, do not engage with customers who are rude. Trust me, it will not go well for you in the long run. Managers will get angry at you, you'll be called into the office, you'll get a strike, and if you get 3 strikes, then you're out, you literally lost your job, you got fired. Smile. Because it doesn't make you look bad, it makes them look bad, because you're just sitting there smiling and you're positive and you're interacting with them professionally. Make sure you do that. Advice. Communicate with customers professionally, in a professional manner, because managers will appreciate that way more, and at the end of the day, it's going to benefit you way more than engaging with the customers, or even like letting your guard down, just rolling your eyes. Even rolling your eyes. If you watch my video after this, the story time of Macca's, I rolled my eyes once because I was so frustrated. I was under pressure, and I rolled my eyes once accidentally. Like, I'm not that kind of person, but I rolled my eyes out once on a customer, and she went all ham on, oh my god, she rolled her eyes and blah, 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 and then she started complaining about me to my manager. And that's, to me, one of the worst things that can happen, because you want to get that promotion. You want to succeed and be loyal, so they give you more shifts, and not just the same shifts of being on fries. It all comes in a circle. Being good starts with you being good, putting a smile, interacting with customers professionally, even if they are rude, and you're smiling. Then you get better shifts, you get more shifts, and then you get a promotion. So it all comes down to the circle. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it and helps out my channel. Comment down below other video ideas you'd like to see me do in the future. And make sure you check out the first link on in my description section, so that you could see my crazy customer experience video if you haven't seen that already while I was working at Macca's. I hope this video helped you a lot and took away that stigma of fast food franchise being so bad. It's not that bad, really, it isn't, from an experienced person like me. And make sure to subscribe down below for more videos in the future. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next week. Peace.